Hello everyone, this is Kawaii here to talk about something that I've always wanted to talk about. Zag Tune. What a disappointing company. A company itself that could have brought a lot of shows, that could have been the next generation of animation. But no, they decided to scrap all that in favor of what? You guessed it, more Miraculous Ladybug. ZagToon itself is a company that has been nothing but wasted potential, as their shows could have been great. I mean, it started out strong with seasons 1 and 2 of Miraculous, and then you get Zag Storm, which was a really good show. The problem about that is that Zag Storm unfortunately got cancelled, and the show itself could not continue despite having a cliffhanger ending. And it took them that long for them to announce that Zag Storm got canceled. And it was so unfair for them to cancel Zag Storm, given how the show really needed to continue with the story. But of course, with this, there came to some series that were just not that great. For example, Denver the Last Dinosaur, which was so unnecessary. Like, who thought of a good idea? Who thought that was a good idea to bring back Denver of all things? A show that is so dated. It is so dated. Why must you put him in the modern years? It doesn't work. You can't put Denver the Last Dinosaur on a freaking 2010 series. It just doesn't work. But ZagToon itself really decided to do that. There was also Power Players, which I guess it's a where you like it or not situation, and the series itself was kinda mixed. But from what they did to bring back Denver the Last Dinosaur is absolutely a stupid thing for ZagToon to do. You see that? They have their own plans, like, what the heck is the Gangs of Clancy? I found this picture, and it has most of the ZagToon series. There were so many planned that I never expected they were planned, but they were planned, like Moonlight Hunters, which was going to be a Zag Hero series. There was also going to be this series called Melody, and of course there was going to be Fairy-On, which there are no updates of that yet. Cosmo Wrestle, it was going to be like Invincible Fight Girl or Ultimate Muscle. Abominable. Freaking abominable. There was going to be a live action series called Adventure Park, which was pretty odd. Miss Rose. There was going to be Gaijin, which was also going to be a ZagToon series. And of course, we can't forget about Pixie Girl. These shows were planned to be on ZagToon, and yet they're still planned to say upcoming. But I don't know if they're actually going to arrive or not, because they could not stop over relying on Miraculous Ladybug. They really could not stop with this. It's like their addiction. It's Miraculous is their drug, and they could not stop being addicted to it. And they just barely care about these other projects, such as Pixie Girl and Miss Rose and Gaijin and those like Moonlight Hunters and Fairy-On. Like these are upcoming series, like Zag Hero series, and they still don't have any updates of these yet. I mean, where are we also gonna get updates about Ghost Force returning for season 2? Because I know Ghost Force is coming back for another season, which surprised me because I thought it was going to be a one-season hit. One-season series. I wouldn't really say it's a hit because Ghost Force is kinda not that great. But ZagToon itself, I mean, they really outdid themselves as their projects are still not planned yet. Just like the upcoming, just like the timeline slate, which I'm going to show you even though I showed them before. Oh yeah, Melody was going to be a movie. So this was their release timeline back then, as this just aged like milk. So I mean, there was going to be Zack Storm, and there was going to be season 2 of Zack Storm. But they decided to cancel Zack Storm, which was an absolutely poor move, given how the series really needed to come back for another season because of that cliffhanger ending. 2018, bringing back Denver the Last Dinosaur was a stupid decision. I don't know why they decided to bring back freaking Denver the Last Dinosaur. And then 2019 was going to be Pixie Girl. And it's not just because of the whole thing of 2020. They still have time for it. They just really needed to put these sacrifices. Why couldn't they have those sacrifices from Miraculous Ladybug to do those other projects instead? My God! They really could not stop with Miraculous. And yeah, and then the Miraculous movie, which I guess got delayed to, I believe, 2022, 2023. I don't care about the Miraculous movie. It was not that great. But for what they had, they also were going to have Legends Fairy On, which was also slated to be announced back then, and we barely got updates of that. And Gaijin, which this series, and Superstar. We were also going to have Superstar. It was actually going to be delayed to 2024, but it didn't happen because why? ZagToon just could not stop with Miraculous. This was another one that was going to happen. These were going to be slated to release in 2018, like Legends and Superstar and Melody, but they still couldn't happen for it. Cosmic Wrestle was going to be a thing. Adventure Park is going to be a feature-length film. There was also going to be a thing called Peter Hawk. And Pixie Girl was going to have a season 2. Look at that. Look at these planned projects that ZagToon have planned. And yet they barely did any of it. Other than, you guessed it, Miraculous Ladybug. Because they could not stop with their drug, with Miraculous having more and more of this. And now they're just doing all this to give it its own theme park. And by giving it a sequel to the movie, which was unnecessary because, for the love of goodness, the movie itself was a remake of its origin story, which also doesn't really make that much sense. This was just so tiring to hear about all of this miraculous nonsense. They're trying to make it global, trying to make it this next big hit, and yet they are still trying to do it with the whole Miraculous Corp thing, and it's just getting so tiring to this point. See, look at that. Pixie Girl was going to be a big thing to be on ZagToon, and honestly, I would take updates of Pixie Girl over any freaking update of this garbage fire called Miraculous. Cause look at this picture. Oh, you see that? There's Chloe as Queen Bee. Isn't that good? Too bad it aged so freaking poorly, given how Thomas Astruck says bullies can't be redeemed. And all that nonsense, and it cancels Zack Storm. This aged like milk. Gosh dang it, Miraculous. You could not stop with all this nonsense. This company is just wasted potential for this point. Look at these planned series. They were gonna have these. They were gonna have this show. They were gonna have that. I believe this was originally Power Players. I don't know. But what ZagToon did on these plans were absolutely ridiculous. Because they just could not stop oversaturating Miraculous Ladybug. But they could not focus on those other projects. Come on. You gotta at least do one other project that is not Miraculous, ZagToon. I swear to goodness, Jeremy Zag just could not stop with this Miraculous. As it just keeps on going and going like it's the frickin' Energizer Bunny. And don't get me started on season 6 of Miraculous. And don't get me started to the fact that they want to renew up to 9 to 12 seasons of this trash. I believe there was going to be a show called Super Toys, but I think that ended up to be Power Players. Also, they worked on the Popples reboots. The more you know, any day. But Zag Tune, there was going to be Zag Princess, which was going to have Melody and Superstar in it. And then you get Zag 2 Heroes with Gaia, Jean, and Pixie Girl, as these were going to be a thing, guys, as well as Zag Adventure. They were going to have a theme for it. You know, I don't know why, but it seems to have a feel towards a theme park. You know, instead of doing a Miraculous theme park, why not just do I don't know, ZagToon theme park instead of just Miraculous? My God, you need to calm down with this Miraculous stuff, ZagToon. I swear to goodness. I really swear to goodness. If you keep on doing, then you might have your karma. You might have a downfall if you keep on oversaturating Miraculous Ladybug. Oh, look at this, 2022. Look, Zach Storm. Look, Power Players. 2 shows that got canceled after 1 season. And look at that Pixie Girl. Were these going to be special? There was also going to be Fairy On. Yes, there is. And of course, Miraculous. And you see, that's Queen Bee. That's Chloe. And not, Zoe. Not that Mary Sue. To have that. But this picture, unfortunately, aged like milk, too. ZagToon, how many pictures have aged like milk? Oh my God, there are so many pictures that just did not age well on you. And I can't believe it, that you decided to have those to end up to be, nothing but Miraculous. That's all it is. Just nothing but Miraculous Ladybug and nothing else. Or barely anything else. Maybe Ghost Force, but guess what? You're gonna have nothing but Miraculous Ladybug because that's our moneymaker. Overall, I think ZagToon really needs to change from all this. If they keep going this up, they might end up to be in trouble. Because they are just oversaturating Miraculous Ladybug way too much. And there are these other projects that are needed to be done. But no, they just could not stop with just miraculous nonsense. We get it. Miraculous is your moneymaker. Stop doing it. You need to have your other projects. And I still won't forgive you. I'm still not forgiving you after what you did to cancel Zach Storm to take years to have that announcement. Absolutely unfair. Anyway, guys, yeah, ZagToon is a wasted potential of a company, and it really needs to change for the better. But Jeremy Zag, he needs to learn better, and he also needs to learn more that Thomas Astruck is not a good person at all. And they really gotta stop with this Miraculous oversaturation. Anyway, guys, this is Kawaimation, signing off. Peace. In fact, what are your thoughts on ZagToon in its current state? Comment down in the description below. Anyway, guys, stay